President Biden yucking it up with Jimmy Kimmel on liberal late night. The whole thing was practically a therapy session for the president, who finds his poll numbers hitting new lows. The latest brutal poll has his rating dropping to 33%. Quinnipiac. Americans hoping to hear some sensible solutions on the most urgent issues hitting their pocketbook, like inflation. Getting this mostly rambling answer from the commander-in-chief. Listen.
Inflation is the bane of our existence. Inflation is mostly in food and in gasoline. But here's the deal. You know, my dad used to say every family needs a little bit of breathing room. If you take and look at all the costs that a family has on a monthly basis, it also includes health care, prescription drugs, child care, all those things. What I'm proposing we get, and I think we can get it done, I'm proposing that we, in fact, reduce the cost of those things.
All right, Greg, he can't get it done. They already tried to get it done, and they don't want to do it.
Okay, he's without question the worst president in my lifetime, and that is the proof. Because we've talked about this. His solution for inflation is explaining what inflation is. Here's the thing about inflation. Food prices go up. And what we're going to try to do, and I think this is going to work, is maybe get the prices, you can get the prices to go down. Unless it's gas, because we don't want you to use gas. The worst part about this whole thing is that his presidency is ripe for mockery and ridicule and even gentle humor if you like him. I mean, just Hunter Biden alone, just in the recent stuff, I mean, you could go on forever. But Kimmel has abdicated his role of a comedian. He's now just a political hack, which I'm grateful for, because then I get the turf to myself. I'm not a comedian, but I just filled the gap. That's why I'm beating him every night, because he sat there with that guy and basically he spoon-fed him like he was a dementia patient at a rest home.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, Janine.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
Don't worry, they'll call you a white supremacist and an insurrectionist.
No.
There was no jokes, though, last night. I mean, I watched it. It wasn't that funny. Usually the presidents come on, and you've seen presidents go on.
Yeah,
what was it, Fallon
they have a sense of
tussled
humor.
Trump's hair? All presidents have done it.
Yeah.
This didn't happen last night. Why?
You want me to talk about humor?
Why?
Why? Because the guy is humorless. All right, and the whole idea of inflation is the bane of his existence. You know what he's doing? He's making sure that green energy is the bane of our existence, right? That is his whole conclusion. You know what he's focused on right now? He's focused on making green the solar panels, which kind of reminds me of what happened during the Obama administration. Do you remember Solyndra, $500 million, where the place was bankrupt and they were still giving him money? And then they said, we're going to put the taxpayers at the end of the line and get all our friends who bundled so we could get into office. Now you got Biden. He's up now on this not Solyndra, but on solar panels again. You know, that's all they were interested in, is making money and prematurely getting us involved in green energy.
Didn't Bush go on Letterman and do a few top tens?
Yes.
Is this pre-packaged?
Leno as well.
Was it Leno?
Leno?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he would do them once in a while, but I mean, you would. The thing is about this is that Biden hasn't done an interview in 118 days.
Wow.
But it was recently found out that he did an off-the-record visit to the Air Force One. The press sits in the back. He went to visit them to complain about his coverage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But he won't talk to them. The whole reason that you have the clip of inflation being the bane of our existence, it's not because Kimmel brought it up. Mm-hmm. He didn't even ask him. It's the #1 issue in America, and Biden had to bring it up himself. It's not a good idea to have nothing on your plan in order to get something across the finish line. One of the reasons you go on a late night show is that that's your final push. You put your shoulder behind it and like, now we're going to get it across. Do you remember when President Obama went on between two ferns?
Yes,
okay,
that's funny.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was right before they were on the cusp of passing Obamacare. And they needed just a little bit more. You don't do that as your only interview.
That's what Zach Galifianakis had, the funniest line. He said, what's it like to be the first and last black president? Geraldo, you remember, was it Belba on Arsenio Hall with the saxophone? That was a real viral moment. Do you think anything is going to come out of this?
You know, there's no good way to talk about inflation. The president is absolutely right about that. And he has to do more of these interviews because he absolutely stinks in terms of the press conference. He just can't do it. He starts reading. He loses his place. He's not very effective in that presentation. But when he's there, personable, he's like the grandpa. He's much more agreeable And I think people listen more. But the thing is, he's got to get the message across. The economy's not that bad. I mean, I understand inflation. You see the gas prices go up. It's obvious. But the employment is at 3.6%. Unemployment's historic low unemployment. He's got to sell the good stuff and make America feel good about him and us.
Can't do that when you have record high inflation and gas prices. People can have a job, but they can't afford to drive to it.
Right.
Geraldo.
Well, I think that
All right.
the 3.6% unemployment is historically low, and he should get some credit for that.
You see that AAA report that, like, what is it, 40% increase in people running out of gas on the highways?
Yeah,
That
he's
matters
bringing
more.
hitchhiking back.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Good for me. Hey. Well, anyway.
Coming up, as a giant caravan moves through Mexico, the White House has a plan to send the crisis to a town near you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.